Hi guys, I have sold a lot of bags recently. A lot of my luxury bags have gone across the board, and it's not for the reason that you might think, but I want my collection to be literally the bags I either love or use a lot or just really want to keep in my collection. All the others can just go. They can go because I don't need them. And I know we're way past need, but I also have a few other bags that might be on the chopping block. So this video, I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm also going to tell you what I really think of my newest bag, which is the Lydia Millen and FAIRFAX and Favour collaboration. And this is the Micro Town and Country bag, I think it's called, in the burgundy. You guys have a lot to say about this one when I unboxed it. So I'm going to give you an update on whether this is going to stay or whether actually I'm going to sell it. So first, let's get this one out of the way. So I've had this a few weeks now. When I unboxed this for you guys, yeah, there was very mixed feelings. There were, I would say the majority of people were, why have you bought that? It's awful, it looks cheap, it looks this, it looks that, it's useless, it's all the rest of it. And to some degree, I do agree with those people, because now having had it for a few weeks, I do also disagree with those people, because let's tell you what I really think about this. So, because I've had more than enough time to use this bag and tell you what I really think. So first of all, I don't think it looks cheap. Maybe it comes across differently on screen, but in person, it is really lovely. I think this is definitely comparable to any mulberry bag that I've had. I honestly do. I think the leather is lovely. I think the colour is lovely. The craftsmanship of the glazing, everything is really nice. So I don't really agree with those of you who said it looked like a bag from Walmart or Target or wherever. I don't agree with that. I also don't agree with the fact that it isn't worth the money. This was £349, I think, and I do think for this bag of this quality, I think that is a really good price, so I'll stand by that. The things that I do agree with you about is, yeah, well, one is the usability of it. I alluded to this when I unboxed it, that I wasn't fully aware. When I bought it, obviously you're in a shop, you're trying things on, you're not putting everything in the bag to try it out to, I don't know, you're not using it every day in order to see what its flaws might be. And that is a tip, actually. Maybe take a bit longer in store and have a proper think about it, because the one huge downside of this, there's two things that I don't like about this bag. No, in fact, there are three things I don't like about this bag. The first thing is the opening. Myself and the sales associate were trying to work out whether this side actually does open, because it's obviously got the leather that goes through, and I thought that this would open and you could actually open the bag. Let me just grab the Birkin. So obviously it's not a Birkin, it's not supposed to be a Birkin, but you can see that this, you can pull this in and you can have it like this. But this is, you're able to open this up and then the bag opens up, and it's so much easier to get in and out. I thought this had a similar type of thing where this would open up. And yeah, the sales associate was saying, oh, I think you undo this, but actually you don't. It is all fixed. And I did allude to this in the other video that actually, yeah, the opening is very tight. And on such a small bag, it does make a difference. And I think I showed you guys this. Let me just take out all the dust bag and the shoulder strap, which I'll come on to. That is what the bag looks like, and you can see my phone, which is the regular size iPhone 16 Pro, and it does fit in, but you can't, you know, if you can see this, you can't just put it in without sort of maneuvering it. You have to maneuver it, and once it's in, there's loads of space, but you're either literally pulling apart the bag, which is going to make the bag sort of sag here, or it's just fiddly. So that is one thing that I don't like. Why not just make this? Why go to all the the detail and the trouble of doing this bit but not having anything that actually opens out, that really does annoy me, because it's just fiddly. It's fiddly. I think on the bigger size one of this it would be much better, because the opening will be bigger in itself, so I think that's not an issue. The other thing I don't like about this bag is that the shoulder strap on the longest setting, mine's on the longest setting, it's still a bit short, and I did know that when I bought it. I know, but I'm just telling you things that that I don't like about it, and that might help you in a decision of whether you want to buy one of these bags. So I just think it's a bit short. I'm 5'3". I'm a size 12 to 14, so I'm slightly curvy, but you know, somebody who's much taller than me is not, they're not going to be able to wear this crossbody unless they like their crossbodies really high. So for me, again, if you go to the trouble of doing adjustments, just make it longer so that you have the option. So that really does annoy me, but that annoys me with so many bags that I can talk about like that. The other thing that a couple of you pointed out, and in real life it's not as bad as it shows on screen, but I think by you guys mentioning it, it's made it really stand out to me, and then I can't unsee it now. And that is this. It's got this, I don't know if you can see here, it's got like a ridge, a bit of a bulge if you like, in the leather. And somebody in my comments thought it was where the other side of the magnet is, but the magnet is up here, sort of at this point here. I'll show you this. The magnet is about here on the other side. So yeah, this bit here, I don't know, it's sort of trying to go up and over the magnet maybe. But yeah, it has created a ridge. And as I say, it shows worse under the lights, but in real life I can't unsee it now, and it's really bothering me. It's really bothering me. So I don't know if that is a fault or whether that is just how all of them are, because of, yeah, it's as if there's just too much leather in that middle bit, and so it's sort of slightly raised. So all in all, what are my actual thoughts? Well, I do love the look of the bag, I do, and I disagree with you guys that say it looks cheap. It doesn't. I don't think it does. I think the colour is beautiful. I think the leather feels beautiful. Other than this ridge here that I now can't unsee, the glazing, the inside, everything feels lovely. The packaging that comes with it. So I still think for £349, which I think it was, I think it's a great buy. As long as you don't mind the fiddly nature of getting your things in and out. What am I going to do with this bag? Because that's what we're talking about today, is what else is leaving my collection. Well, shall we just say the jury is out on this one? I think for the amount that I paid for it, it's still a great bag. I haven't used it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm not gonna pretend that I've used it for a few weeks and it's got lots of use and therefore I can give it a proper review. My review is that the couple of times that I've picked it up to use it and I've started fiddling to put things in my bag, I've just grabbed something else instead. So yeah, the jury is out. I think I'm going to keep it a little bit longer and just see if I do reach for it at all. I'm not sure what any of you guys think. Do you think I should keep it? Do you think I should sell it? I won't get any money back for it probably, because you can put yourself, these are sold out at the moment, but you can put yourself on a wait list to be notified when there's a new drop, and I'm sure there will be a huge amount available in the next drop because there was a lot of interest. So I suspect these will be, if you wait a couple of weeks, these will be easily available, or might not be, I don't know. So I think if I did sell this, I just wouldn't get hardly anything for it. So it's probably worth keeping for now. So anyway, that was a very long-winded way to tell you that that one isn't on the chopping block just at the moment. So what else have I got that is on the chopping block? So if you have a look behind me, guys, on here, all of these bags I believe are forever bags. This is what I've sort of styled behind here at the moment. These are ones that are just my favourites, and I'm not saying there aren't other ones that I've got over there somewhere that are favourites are forever bags, but these are just a selection. So the P9, which is up there, that is a forever piece. I adore that bag. I adore it. Where are we? Here, the Capucines. I'm trying to do this on the monitor. The Capucines BB. I absolutely love that bag. I use that a lot more than I thought I would. If I'm going out for dinner or something, that has often been a favourite. My Trendy, which is my new favourite bag, adore that bag. Absolutely loving it. The mini Capucine in the Lizard. And you might see that the, in fact, I'll come on to that. So down here somewhere, we've got my Birkin. Which way are we? My Birkin 25, that is obviously a forever bag. My Constance 18, which is a forever bag. I adore that bag. My Picatinny, I can't do this way. My Picatinny, which is there, I absolutely adore that one. My Birkin 35. Now my Birkin 35, let's just grab it. So let's just talk about the Birkin 35, because this is the only bag that I have that's up there, or even out of the ones I've got left that are, I've got a couple that are on the chopping block. I'm going to talk about those in a moment, but this is the only other bag that I have that I don't absolutely love, because it's so big. It is so big and it is so heavy, and I don't go to an office, I don't go to work anymore. This is my work now. So I don't have use for this bag anymore. And I did, but my lifestyle has changed, and that's okay. So yeah, even just holding it up here, it is really heavy. So, and it doesn't have a shoulder strap and all of that, but I love the Birkin 35, I do, because it is the original, the quintessential Hermes bag, the original one that Jane Birkin helped design, if you like. So, or it was named after her at least. So for me, this is one of those pieces that I want in my collection, and I always wanted one. This was the absolute holy grail, the pinnacle, oh, if ever I could have a Birkin 35 in black with gold hardware, it was just the absolute dream. So yeah, for me, this has to stay, even though it hasn't quite worked out as well as the 25, which is here. And I've also got the, if you can see that one down there, I've got the Birkin 30 in blue onk, which is absolutely stunning. I love the 30 size. So I wish I had a black in the 30 size, but would it be silly? I was going to say it'd be silly to have a black in the 30 and a black in the 35, but yeah, I've got black bags all around, haven't I? Anyway, this is one that's always a little bit of a maybe I will sell one day, and then I think, what on earth are you thinking about? Absolutely not. You keep that bag because it is an absolute holy grail bag. So that is one sort of that's always, what do I do with it? Because I know that I don't love it, and I know that even though big bags have been back in, and I don't care about trends anyway, I just find it really big to use, so, and heavy. So yeah, let me know, guys. Are you in the same thought process as me that I should just keep that one because it is such a holy grail, and that's how I should look at these things? And even if I don't use that often, it is something for the future. It's maybe to pass down to one of my girls if either of them want it, and that type of thing. That's where I am with it. Anyway, the other two bags that are on the chopping block, actually I don't have here because they are parcelled up and ready to be sold. So they're not sold yet as I'm filming this, but they are on the chopping block. And one is the Cousin that I've talked about so many times, the navy Cousin that I loved until I sort of didn't. So yeah, that one is on the chopping block, and we will see what happens with that one. It won't sell at the minute, so I might be keeping it, but I'm only keeping it because I won't give it away, as in if the market isn't there for it, then I will just keep it. The other bag that is on the chopping block, and as I say, it is parcelled up ready to go, is the saddlebag, the black saddlebag, because I honestly think, okay, so let me explain about the saddlebag. I love the Dior saddlebag. So you might say, why are you selling it then? Well, I've got a master plan with this, that I only want one saddle in my collection. It's not a bag that's that usable. It's not one that I want to collect. and have multiple different colours. I just don't want to do that. So for me, I only want one, but there is one saddlebag that I really, really want. And therefore I thought I'm gonna let the black one go, because then I have space for the other one. And also, if ever there was a black bag that I would let go of that sort of size, it would be the saddle, much as I really enjoyed using it, because it's very much for me a grab for, you know, if you're going for dinner, it's a bit of a more going out bag. And I now have a few of those. I'm loving the Constance, and I think for that small black with gold bag, I would always go for that one, or I'd go for the where are we, the Trendy, or I would go with my Lizard Capucine. So there's reasons why the saddle doesn't get a look in anymore. So you might be wondering, what is it that I actually want to replace it with? It's this one. I will put a little insert in, because oh my goodness, I had this in my hand and I could have bought it. Now I borrowed the one from Lisa from Luxury in Life in the Middle. She kindly brought hers out one day when we were in New York so that I could get my hands on it and have a look, because it was sold out at that point, but I wanted to see it in the flesh. I'd never seen it, and I was like, oh my goodness, it is beautiful, and I really, really wanted one. I bought what I bought in New York, which was my choice, and I had all the options and everything else. And yeah, when I got back from New York, I happened to be in Manchester, happened to be wandering through Selfridges, and went to Dior, and I just said, I don't suppose you've got the newsprint saddlebag? And she said, we have one. And I just thought, oh no, because I could not at that moment. We'd just been to New York, the whole trip cost a fortune. I just couldn't. I couldn't. And even though I had it in my hand, available to buy, I walked away. And obviously after that, it's sold out. Nobody can get them. They've gone now. Although there are some new bags. Have a look at these. There are some new newsprint bags that have come out in Dior. There's a mini, I don't know if it's classed as is it like the mini saddle? No, it's not the mini saddle. It's more like a wok, but it's a saddle version. And there's also Book Tote, there's also the D-Joy. Now, I wouldn't be interested in any of those. Maybe the wallet on chain version, if any, but for me, it just suits the saddle. It just suits the saddle. So, and there's also some clothing that's come out. Anyway, it's all very, very exciting. So whether we'll see the saddle come back out again, I'm not sure. Oh, but I do know somebody, and if you are watching this, I do know somebody who has this bag, and she might at some point in the future, no pressure, decide to sell it. And if she does, I'm hoping it might come my way. So yeah, watch this space. But anyway, if my black saddle bag sells, then I feel like I've got space for this newsprint one. So I have a little bit of a plan with that. That isn't because I don't like the actual style of the bag. I do. I just want that version of it. So they're the only ones that are properly on the chopping block. I would really like to know, guys, what do you think I should do with this? Is it going to be one that I just pick up and just never use, and therefore I may as well sell it, and one of you guys might actually make use of it, or maybe put it on Vestiaire or something? I don't know. Anyway, I will have a think. I'm going to do a new collection video soon. Particularly, I think I'll split it down and I'll maybe do a full one, and I'll also do just a Louis Vuitton one, because you might be surprised, guys, about the bags that I no longer have, and I don't have that many in total anymore, which I'm quite happy about. I'm happy where I am with it. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another one.